So this is Kyle from Kyle's Game Room, and if you're not familiar with my channel too well, I'm into Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright? If you've seen my room tours, you know it's the main video when you check on my channel. You'll see I have some Yu-Gi-Oh! Boxes, and I've done some Yu-Gi-Oh! Videos. Mainly unboxings of some box sets. But yeah, I did some Yu-Gi-Oh! Videos, and I'm quite proud of them. Anyway, yeah, apparently there are new rules that come in. And there's going to be new cards, and there's going to be a new show, and apparently there's a new card rumored, so I'm going to talk about that toward the end of the video. So, first up, let's talk about the new rules that are happening. Alright, rule number 1. The person who goes first in the duel, they cannot draw on their first turn. Why? I do not understand that whatsoever. If any of you know why they're doing that, let me know in the comments, because I do not understand why the first person can't draw. Like, I can completely understand that they can't attack, because your opponent's completely defenseless. He got nothing. So you gotta be fair and not attack, and then let the other person go. Let them have a chance. But not drawing? It's completely irrational. I don't know. But anyway, that's rule number 1. Rule number 2. Both you and your opponent can both have field spell cards at the exact same time. Because normally, suppose my opponent has a field spell, and then I activate one, theirs would automatically be destroyed. Now, we each have our own. And I'm assuming that you can only use yours and they can only use theirs. Because if it works both ways, that'd be kind of odd. But whatever. Fine. Let's move along. This next part is not really much of a rule, it's just a statement. The text for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Descriptions, like the effects and whatever, it's going to be even easier to read now. Remember they tried actually fixing this during the Zexal days, which is still going on today, as of this recording. But now they're making it even easier, so for those who are new to the game, it's going to be even better for them, so that's awesome. Alright, so before I talk about these new cards, here it's all about Pendulum summoning. And here there's going to be 2 new zones in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Mat. Alright, here, I know, work of art. Okay, these new Pendulum zones are going to be in between the Graveyard and Deck zone, and in between the Field card zone and the Extra Deck. Alright? So, we will get new mats when you get the new starter decks, and like these will be spread out more. So those 2 zones are there. So if you have a mat like this, or those new cardboard mats, or the mats that you made online, you can just put them on the sides if you want. If you want to keep using your mats. Unless, if you go to tournaments and the officials actually want you to use the new mats or something, or whatever, fine. Do whatever. Alright, so what are Pendulum monsters and how do you Pendulum summon? Okay, Pendulum monsters are pretty much a hybrid of monsters and spells. Alright, like the ones that we see right now, they're effect monsters and spells, but just like tuners, they may come out with cards that will just be a normal monster and then a spell. And here, like, even the coloring, it goes from the effect monster to the spell, and that's really cool. Like, I like the design, but overall as a card type of deal, I don't know. It has a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Fanboys really, really confused and angry because they do not understand this yet. But I've been doing a little bit of research, and I think I might have gotten it down. For all I know, I still could be wrong, so we just gotta wait for the show to come out, and then get our hands on the rulebook when we get the new starter deck, and then they'll be good to go. Alright, so anyway, what is a Pendulum monster? Well, I already explained a good portion of it. It's a monster and spell hybrid. There's gonna be 2 different descriptions, alright? Where the effect would normally be, that would be where the monster effect would be. Alright? And it'll still have the attack and defense and stuff. And you know the stats in the cards where it says, oh, it's from this set, and then it says first edition? That will all be down next to the attack and defense portion of the card. Which is kind of understandable because there's plenty of room in there, so that's good. So, yeah. And there's going to be another effect, which is going to be above where the effect box would be. And it's going to pretty much cut into the picture. That is where the spell effect is going to be. And you can use these Pendulum monsters as normal monsters. And if you do, the spell effects won't happen whatsoever. But if you put them in one of the Pendulum zones, then they act as a spell card. So if your opponent activates Dark Hole or something, or Torrential Tribute, if the monsters are in the Pendulum zones, they can't be destroyed. Because they're technically counted as spells now. It's pretty much like field spells, where they have their own special place on the mat. So there you go. And beside the spell effects, there's these two scales. One with a red arrow, another one with a blue arrow. They each have numbers. Alright? So you might want to pay attention to that. And also read the effects, because they might affect the number as well. Okay? You have to have two of these guys out. Alright? So, once you have one on one side of the field, and the other one on the other, here, you take those, you can Pendulum summon. Is this a new type of, is this going to be like a new, like a Synchro, a new XEs, a new Fusion, new type of deal like that? No. It's just a new way to special summon monsters. Like, suppose I have a one with 1 scale, and then I have another one with about an 8 scale. I can special summon a monster, either from my hand, or apparently even from the extra deck, from what I've heard. It can be fusions or synchros, but it can't do XEs because they're ranks, not levels. But anyway, yeah, you can special summon those. Okay, I'm kind of confused about how you're going to special summon fusions and synchros. Hopefully they'll explain that a lot better when we get the rulebook. And for all I know, I could be wrong about all of this, but from what I've heard, it apparently is. Apparently it's so. Like, you can even bring out synchros. They didn't talk about fusions, but if they can bring out synchros, I'm pretty sure you can bring out fusions as well. But again, just wait until the rulebook. And instead of putting these cards into the graveyard, you, like if they said if they're sent to the graveyard, you take them out and you put them face up in your extra deck. Why is that? I have no freaking idea. Again, hopefully they'll explain this a lot more, a lot better in the show and the rulebook. Alright, so... okay, what else am I missing? I think I pretty much got it down. Yeah. So if there's any questions, let me know. Hopefully I'll be able to answer them. Okay, now let's talk about the show. Okay. People are calling it Arc V. Some people are calling it Arc 5. I'm gonna call it Arc 5 because when you check out the Japanese, Japanese trailer, it shows a guy saying "Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5." So yeah, it sounds like he's trying to say Arc 5, not V. When's 5 supposed to be V? So we'll go with Arc 5. All right. So it's the 5th new story, new storyline for Yu-Gi-Oh! We got a new character. Kind of looks like a girl, but I'm pretty sure it's a dude. But if it is a girl, then holy crap, we have a main character that's a girl that's actually playing the card game. We're not having a Taya, we're having a female Yugi. So that's awesome. And of course, her first name starts with Y. Now we gotta find out what her 2,500 attack point monster is gonna be. All right, so yeah, it just takes place right after Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal. Personally, I'm not really too much of a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal. It's mainly because of the main characters. Like, the story plots and everything, like how everything goes is pretty cool, but the characters, I do not like. I like, Astral, don't get me wrong, but Yuma and all of his friends, I don't like, because they're little kids. I'm used to them being at least teenagers to adults. You know, like, the youngest I'll go is Jaden, because Jaden's cool. But freaking Yugi and Yusei, they're really awesome. Yuma, not so much. So hopefully they won't get it wrong with this new show. So yeah, I don't know when it's coming out. Apparently, they're talking about a March release date for all of this. Even the new rules. But I think that's in Japan. I'm not sure about the US. When you find out about a new starter deck, talking about Pendulum summonings, that's when the new rules are going to take place. So be worried. So be on the lookout in March. I forget what day it is, but I know it's sometime in March. So keep your eye out. Alright, so now let's talk about this new rumored type of monster that I've heard about. Apparently, I think they're called superior monsters, like superior cards. It's pretty much like Pokemon Mega Evolving in Pokemon X and Y. Well, here, I think the border is supposed to be red, and it's supposed to be, ranked up versions of monsters. or if you didn't check out Pokemon X and Y, it's pretty much like Stardust going into Assault mode. They didn't really explain how this type of thing would work, but from what I've heard, when you pretty much level up a monster, it doesn't count as a type of summoning or anything, so it can't be really negated by, like, Torrential Tribute or Trap Hole or anything like that, unless they come out with a special card to negate the superior evolving, I guess. I don't know. But that is just a rumor, so I don't know if it's true or not. From what I've been checking out, like, about the, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Organization or something, I don't think they talked about it yet. I just heard it from some YouTube videos, so for all I know, I could be wrong about all of that. Sounds kind of cool, but I don't know. Like, imagine having a leveled up Dark Magician, a leveled up, well, we already have a leveled up Stardust and Utopia. Leveled up Neos, I don't know, leveled up Blue Eyes. I would love to have a leveled up Blue Eyes. That'd be dope. A leveled Blue Eyes Ultimate. Oh, man. A leveled up 5-headed dragon. That's probably not going to happen because he's already too strong. But that'd be so awesome. I'm surprised 5-headed's not even banned either. Because he's very, very powerful. And with a dragon deck like mine, and I have Fusion Gate, it's super easy. And polymerization too, but still. I don't think he's even limited either. I'll have to double check that. But yeah. So there you go. So, yeah, tell me what do you think about all this. Do you think it sucks? Because I'm pretty sure a lot of you do think it's going to suck. Are you going to run it in your deck? I'm probably not going to run it in my deck, the new Pendulum monsters. Yeah, not yet. Like, maybe if they come out with new Dragon-type Pendulum monsters, that could really, really help me out. I might do it, but for now, right now, it's a no. I'm not going to need them. Because my deck is half decent by itself already. But I don't play competitively, like I don't go to tournaments or anything, but I do play by the tournament rules where you get rid of the banned cards. So maybe one day I might go to a tournament. Probably gonna lose, but it's still fun, nevertheless. Alright, so again, if you like what you saw, be sure to like, comment, favorite, and subscribe, and tell me what do you think about this new Yu-Gi-Oh! Fiasco. Alright guys, I will see you guys next video.